When my good friend Jeffrey purchased a Twingo for himself, that we lovingly named the Red, he also cemented our group as the RGB Boys. And even though the Red is in much better condition than the other two specimens, it still needs a couple of things fixed. We already prevented a possible intimate contact between the valves and pistons by replacing the old cracked timing belt. However, there are still more things that need attention, and we're also planning on doing some preventative maintenance. And no, we usually don't buy cars with a full year's worth of tech inspection, and the Red is no exception. With its tech inspection due in the next month, we needed to thoroughly check the car to see what parts we needed to order. The only thing we noticed was the left MacPherson strut bearing, which had a little bit of play, and the rear drums needed to be adjusted. We updated the cardboard list TM and moved on to the next thing. Both me and Jeff are big anti-fans of rust, so we decided to take off both front brake line holders and some heat shields and scrub off all the rust that has formed and spread to the chassis, and afterwards apply some fresh paint.
And I am wearing gloves, which you'll rarely see, because I'm dealing with devil's piss, also known as brake fluid.
To block off the brake lines for the time being, we used this secret technique of jamming a bearing ball between the male and female fitting on the brake line.
Splendid.
Will we be able to take it off?
Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it.
We really didn't want to take off the exhaust to take off the heat shield. We didn't know if it was even possible, but the sheer amount of fucking around eventually led us to finding out that it is in fact possible.
She goes.
Will be fun getting that back on.
Yes. That's not your problem, that's a problem for future Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff would then take the rusty components with him to have them painted and would return the next weekend so we could paint the rusty parts of the body. The first thing we needed to do was get some more access to the areas we would be working on.
Give me this. Wow, we soft locked this good. I might have said this last time, but I'm fucking upset that these cars don't have vented discs, because the green does.
Yeah, well, green is owned by a professional racing driver.
The best man for the job.
To work.
I think these ones just need beans. There's no being nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Splendid.
Oh, I can already see it. Oh, the cake.
The forbidden sweet.
This will get your rust going. Probably. Yeah, splendid.
You can still see the remnants.
Yeah, this needs to be cleaned up.
And this is what we're fixing today.
Yeah.
The tens, right?
Yeah.
The age you became a man. Here, eliminate him. Kill him, Jeff. That's how you do it. I didn't even notice, what the fuck? Mmm, delicious.
Is this a big problem?
No. That one is okay. But there's a sneaky one under there. Plus, this one. No! It'll be so much easier. There are like only two bolts holding the light in. Why would you complicate your life like this? No. What you're doing now is giving me an aneurysm. Take the light out and that'll solve all the problems you have currently.
Got it.
Hit him.
Everything
Yeah,
good?
yeah. Done?
Yep.
Alright. Show us what you made.
So here are the old brake line holders. They are sanded down, okay? Even if we do paint them over again, they will rust probably, yeah. And this one is even worse. This one has, this
A lot of pitting.
pitting already, yeah, and it's in pretty bad condition.
Yeah.
So I decided to 3D model new ones and cut them with laser out of aluminium. This is a 3mm aluminium sheet. Yeah, it's pretty close. A bit of bit of filing and it should go on nicely.
Just the problem this here might be the other type of rust, corrosion.
I mean, this is the anode. It should protect the surrounding steel, so...
Yeah, but it's gonna weld itself on. It's not like if there will be a metal-to-metal contact, it'll weld itself on.
Yeah, but we'll paint this as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we still have the old ones.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, we can still just paint those.
Yeah, we'll try and we'll see.
When all the rust was removed and Jeff was done with finalizing of the shape of his new brackets, it was time to paint. But first, we needed to degrease everything with isopropyl alcohol.
And one swig for good luck. Milkshake time.
Then apply rust converter.
Turning purple.
Yep, that's supposed to happen. And these didn't clean out super well, but we'll hit them with rust converter and try to paint them if we by any chance need to use them in the future.
And some epoxy primer to seal the deal.
Oh, that's really funny.
Oh yeah. Milk and honey. As we said, we're not gonna thin it because we want it nice and goopy. How is it to spread?
Excellent.
Is it thick?
Yeah, it spreads nicely.
With everything nicely gooped up with primer, it was left to dry while we changed the ye old oil in the engine.
Next thing, we're replacing the life juice of the machine.
Yeah.
I don't know what we used last time, but I think if we put this in a 10. Do we have a 10? Is this a 10? It's an 11. Obviously there's no 10. I'm about to make some illegal shit here. My favorite fusion monster. Splendid. It works. Let's go get George. Here comes Georgie. There is a secret thing amongst mechanics where if you manage to... Okay, fuck that. No.
No.
No. No. No. Yeah. This is not even a 1-star finish now. Look at how much oil is on my hands. This is unacceptable. If there would be no oil, if I managed to do it without, then I would be a 3-star oil change. But this can only be half a star maybe. Put the new little washer. Now we just tighten it to exactly a little bit. Quarter turn. Should be perfect. Ooh, really?
Oh, there we go.
Also look at how tiny he is. He is very small. He's a little mushroom. And what brand is this? Ooh! OEM! Let's go! We didn't go super posh with a Renault one, but we did get a Bosch one. Another brand new pumpkin, look at him. We put the man on. It would be very funny if the thread wasn't the same.
Yeah,
and I would be just doing this for a couple minutes and then I would say, but no, thankfully no. I think it should be enough, yeah. You want to do the honors? Or...
It's about here.
Yeah, at least 1 liter can go in. It's usually a liter between this and this.
We then topped up the oil and called it a day. The next morning the primer was all dry and we also had another individual spawn to help us with painting. Welcome the second member of the RGB squad.
Been painted yesterday, you can have a feel. And then this is the new version. You can feel it by hand, there is some difference in weight.
Oh, that's some serious weight reduction.
Yeah, these are aluminum because it's technically a race car, so I'm gonna shake the paint can. This is a fast catalysator, so it might harden quite quickly. So we're gonna have to work fast. It shouldn't be enough. If I put too much, we're gonna have a cake in here in 5 minutes. Pour with confidence, and you should have enough. And here's a little brushy for you. It was nice and goopy, but this, I mean, technically this is meant to be sprayed on, right? So, yeah, it is an arts and crafts project. What we're doing here.
Now no one can mistake this car for theirs, because you have signed it, so... Yes. Dispose of paint. We gotta mix it in to the jungle juice that I have here. Now we clean this single-use cup so we can use it for multiple uses. Yes. These are not, these are truly single-use because you get them for free.
Throw it inside.
No! And we have to clean the brush as well.
I use the brush to clean the brush.
So how are you gonna clean the last brush?
You just put it in your mouth and you do this.
We're gonna sign this and give it to a subscriber.
Yeah, to drink.
When we feel it. Or actually we could sell samples of this.
Yeah.
Like small, like gamer bath water, but it's not.
It's Wonderful World Garage painting jungle juice.
Jungle juice, yeah.
And there you have it.
Now that we successfully painted everything and we were halfway to reaching our goofiness quota for the day, it was time to tackle that MacPherson strut bearing.
I think we have chocolate. Oh no, it's actually going. No. It's actually going.
And the enthusiasm lasted for exactly 1 minute as the sway bar end link nut changed its mind and chose violence.
It's destroyed.
My poor Makita. My child.
It's no. You record now. It's now it's personal. Yeah, give him. Yeah, more beans. Who the fuck do you think I am, bitch? You son of a bitch. A little piece of advice: when you're buying ARB endlings, get ones which can be held with a wrench, because the idea that a little Torx 20 will be able to handle the torque of a rusted lock nut is a little wishful thinking. Oh wait, we are forgetting about our special friend.
How could you?
Nice and smoky. I'll display some water for you. Let me just... Now that you told me what it means, I'm gonna continue using this term. Ah, it's a coilover.
Oh yeah.
Also this has never been mangled before, so it's gonna be easy to remove.
That's good. Now we can destroy it.
Yeah.
We'll be the first to destroy it.
Yeah.
Same place, same thing, different coilover.
Different color car. El Prenco de Grande.
Are we winning?
We're winning, son. Give me the... you both stepped back a couple of meters, huh?
Yeah.
Good news, it's still in perfect condition. It would be a good idea if we remembered how they were put together. You have the Lego instructions here. That's not the same part.
That's not the same part.
This process was very nostalgic, as a couple of years ago we were doing this exact same thing on the green. It's cranberry
jam.
Yeah. As for the endlings, even though they didn't have play in them, but because of the holes in their rubber boots they were about to develop it, we decided that we are going to replace both next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. Mongi is the second spiciest thing that ever came from France, Adams.
And what's the first?
Concord.
Oh yeah.
Piece of shit.
Are you happy now?
Yes.
No, you have to take the pliers out first. Le prank.
That's what happens when you use one brain.
Maybe we can put the torques in. Oh wait, no we can't.
No, we can't.
Ah!
Yeah.
The problem solved itself.
Yeah, the problem solved itself.
There you go. Those were Rostopolis. This is one of those things where if it gets loose, you're losing a wheel. For this reason, it is usually on there pretty good, which is why I implore Bitka for these kinds of things. The feeling of power with this impact gun is something. Power! So, you two are gonna have a little competition who can take off at their drum the fastest. So what you need to do here is, inside here, there is a wheel with teeth.
After I explained the process to both boys and they both had a good look at their objective, it was time for the competition to begin.
Yep. The screwdriver has to be an extension of your body. You have to feel what the screwdriver feels.
I was thinking that this might take up to an hour, but Jeffrey proved me wrong as he managed to do it in 20 minutes or so, which thoroughly impressed me.
Jeffrey, I'm impressed. You did this in a record time for someone who's never done this before. Just pull it. That's how I do it.
Unfortunately, the game was rigged from the start, as even when Adam's drum was fully loosened, it still didn't want to budge, so to get it off, we just had to go full on caveman mode. And with both drums off, we could assess the current situation.
Oh, that's an issue.
We got a leakage.
Yep.
These are a little bit worn out already, yeah.
Special cocoa powder in here, you can see here, right? You can see, look at all this. So we're gonna replace both cables, both these cylinders, because you can see it's dripping here, and new pads as well.
Because we were going to be replacing pretty much everything on the brakes next week, we just lubricated the adjusting mechanism and put the drums back on.
At this point you should get used to it. This is the life of a nuggeteer.
Hoping the paint had dried enough, we started putting all the brackets on the car. It probably wasn't completely dry as it chipped a little during the install, so Jeff touched it up with his special chimney paint.
Jeffrey's special concoction.
It's alive.
Yes.
Where did you get this stuff?
I have my ways.
And while putting on the now painted heat shield, Adams decided to use his hidden ability Prankster to do a little mischief, as he does, and leave a little surprise for later. Then we also had to reconnect the brake lines and get some brake fluid on our freshly painted parts, which is always a treat.
Fuck brake fluid. All my homies hate brake fluid.
We then bled the brakes and also took the twingo cake out of the oven.
That's good stuff.
Good stuff, yes.
We assembled the red completely so Jeff can drive it home, and that was it for the time being. We could tick off quite a bit off the list, but at the same time we also found more things to fix. Which is just like what I always say about nuggets, the more you search, the more you'll find. But at least we fully know what needs fixing and we can do that next weekend. For now, like always, I'd like to thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish you a great rest of your day. Oh, and do you remember Adam's surprise? Well, it turns out everything is funnier at 11 o'clock at night.
This is a bit backwards, as you can see. It's not even sure how he did it. That's what happens when you leave him alone for some time.